What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and today we're gonna be talking about do this if she goes cold on you. And if you guys are new to my channel, what I do here is that since we have a lot of guys that are coming in that are new and fresh and they're going through some shit and they need some help, I help guys that have been recently out of a divorce or a breakup, or guys that maybe they just feel lonely and they want to get back into the dating game. I help you guys actually attract that quality dream partner. And so we're gonna be talking about do this if she goes cold on you, and some disclaimers before we hop in is that this is for guys who do have a good income, they have good hobbies, right? They travel, they do cool things, but girls are kind of like the last missing piece. Chances are if a girl goes cold on you, it's because like you don't have your priorities straight, and that's what's causing her to pull away. And I'm gonna get into that in a second. But like I said, chances are she went cold because you weren't prioritizing things correctly in your life. And when a girl goes cold, it can mean only two things, and we will cover those two things right now. But also towards the end, I'm gonna be talking about what to do now if, let's say that she does go cold on you, kind of what to do. But don't just skip to the end, because those things are not going to matter if you don't exactly know why she did this, right? Because if you just, oh, what to do now? Okay, she comes back, you make the exact same mistakes, right? And then she goes cold again, and you're like, what the fuck? It's because you came and watched like a 10-minute video? Like, come on, man. You can't say you're serious about this stuff and you skip to the end. So make sure you watch it all the way through. And if you're ready to attract your quality woman and learn why girls go cold and how to stop that, then let's dive in now. So girls go cold only for two reasons. Only two. Understand why girls go cold will help you prevent that in the future, right? But the first thing is that you need to classify as either external or internal. That's how I classify when a girl goes cold with the guys that are in my program. This is how we classify it, right? Is it external, which basically means did an ex-boyfriend come back, or is she toxic? These things would be external since they have really nothing to do with you, right? They're external things. There's things that are out of your control. Whether a girl's toxic or not, that is not in your fucking control, right? Whether she had good parents or not, that has nothing to do with you, right? Did that ex-boyfriend that she was dating for 3 years come back, who gave her some really good dick? Did he come back into her life, right? That has nothing to do with you, right? These things would be external. However, the sad part about this for a lot of you is that this is a less than 5% chance. You're only going to probably meet about 1 to 2, maybe 3 girls in your lifetime that are actually classified under the external. There's a lot of red pill guys out there. I'm not red pill. I can't fucking stand red pill. I agree with some of the things they say about hard work and success and blah, 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 but women, we just don't really see eye to eye on a couple major things. And you know, one of the major things is that they want to basically say all women are whores and gold diggers is what they say, when that's just not exactly true, right? You know, you'll find one girl out of 100 that, you know, she goes cold on you because her ex-boyfriend came back in her life, and then red pill's like, oh, every girl's like that. That's not fucking true. Don't believe that shit. It's just gonna make you bitter and frustrated. I can't stand when they say that dumb shit. They have no stats to even back that up with, and they're just like, oh yeah, every girl's like that. I forget there's a psychological term for that, man, but it's kind of just saying like, oh, if one's like that, then everyone or everything is like that to a degree, and that's just not true. But this is a less than 5% chance of happening. Like, I haven't even had that happen much in my life, and I've talked to a lot of chicks, man, because like Haley in my best-selling book here. If you guys are new to my channel, I understand if you have not read this book yet, but if you guys have been watching me for, let's say, more than 3 weeks now and you have not read this book yet, you must be a masochist. I think you like pain. You like pain and rejection. I think that's just my hypothesis, and that's pretty accurate, I bet, because you're just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna better myself. I'm just gonna just sit here and just keep getting rejected because I like it. I think you guys kind of like it if you have not read the book yet, so read the fucking book, man. But Haley in my book, she had both of those. She had an ex-boyfriend that came back into her life, and she was fucking toxic, and she literally led me on and left me on Valentine's Day. I remember like we had a really solid connection from the start, right? And this is something I teach in my program too. Let's say like you understand natural attraction. You're pretty good, right? And you know your skill level. However, let's say that you meet a girl and you ask yourself like, this is going way too well. It usually goes well. This is way too easy, right? And it's just kind of like just an outlier. Like, this is way too easy. Could it be like, yeah, this is just like the one that came in your life? Maybe. But chances are, if you're telling yourself in your gut, this is going way too well, something's not fucking right here, and you kind of ignore that, no, there's a reason, right? That's exactly what happened to this girl. I was like, it's going way too fucking well. This is way too easy. Like, I'm good, right? But I understood, I was like, I don't think I'm that good, right? I don't think I'm that good where it's like I can just say hi to a chick and she just basically rips off her pants. But stupid me at the time, this was years ago, I was like, I must be that good. I'm just the go, man. I'm that guy, right? And she ends up, on Valentine's Day, she ends up leaving me for her ex-boyfriend at the time. I literally, like, we had a date for Valentine's Day. I go to her apartment building. I walk up there. Her friend answers the door, and she's like, yeah, she's with her ex-boyfriend, sadly. And that was really fucking awkward. But yeah, she literally left me for her ex-boyfriend. She came back, but you know, it was way too fucking late. I already had another girl. But that's just one of those rare situations where it's like, yeah, she was toxic and and had an ex-boyfriend. She had daddy issues, and I found that out the hard way because I thought that I was that good. So let's talk about more internal, right? What does internal mean? Internal means it's your fault, right? You pursued way too much. You were too nice. You failed to sustain her attraction properly, right? This is a 95% plus chance that this is you. And because a lot of guys, like, a girl will go cold and they'll just be like, oh yeah, it's because she's toxic. Don't be that guy that just blames all their problems on women. Like, we're not going to be red pill guys here that just blame all their fucking problems on chicks, right? Don't assume that it's always the girl when there's a consistent pattern in your life of girls going cold, right? That's on you. Once in a blue moon, there's probably a chance it's the chick, right? But if there's a consistent pattern, like in my 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 in my life, those years of my life, pretty much 16 to 22 years old was a consistent pattern of girls going cold, right? Could get the first date, she drops off and goes cold. Could get the first date a month later, drops off and goes cold. That means it's your fucking fault. And that's what we're going to talk about now, is why and how to fix that. But this is kind of what it looks like right here, is that a girl goes cold, so you want to build her up into the red zone. I talk about this also in my book. If you guys have not read that, like I said, get into it. This is a really fucking good book, man. I'm biased, of course, I wrote it, but it's a good book. But what this is right here, this is the color code chart. And yellow is where most girls are going to be for you. Basically, it means they think you're cute. But it's like, you know, if nothing happened, nothing happens. They'll find someone else, right? They're kind of like, yeah, like he's cute. I could see it going somewhere, but if it doesn't, you know, whatever. And your challenge is like, once you meet them, you want to build it up and build attraction to get them to the orange zone where they're touching you, they're testing you, they're teasing you, they're following you on Instagram, and build it up to the red zone where they're going to be like head over heels in love with you. And a lot of you guys talk girls out of liking you because you guys are too nice, you guys are too predictable, you guys give her more compliments than you should be giving to her, and it pushes her back to the green zone and eventually all the way to the fucking blue zone where she's just cold for you. She's just indifferent, right? You could tease her and she's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to talk to a chick and she's just so fucking dry and boring and cold. That means she's just not interested in you, right? That's the blue zone right there. And most of you guys talk a girl out of liking you because you guys don't know natural attraction. So that's what that looks like right there. But number two is, what do you do? Like, can she come back? And that answer really just depends on you, right? The first thing that you need to work on with this is your purpose and your priorities. Like, you need to put your health and your purpose first. The moment you put the girl before those things, like, you will lose. And it's because, as David Data said in Way of Superior Man, you cannot dwindle your entire life purpose down to a single relationship of you and the chick, or else you're gonna lose. She will lose attraction for you. You as a man must be pursuing something higher, better, more financially wealthy for you and your family. That's what you need to pursue right there. Literally, Andrew and West in my program, Andrew, like, he had to take some time to get his finances correct. And when he came back, it's like he got all those missing pieces lined up where it's like he has finances to go on a date if he wanted to. He could take a girl out and not worry about a $100 bill coming to the table, right? Imagine being a guy and the fucking bill comes to your table and you're like, I'm not paying that. We're gonna split it. You'll never get a second date with that chick. I guarantee that. And so it's like, you're never gonna be able to date if you're worried about paying for a date. And that's something that Andrew, he's like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna get this priority first, like, work on my health. He's in a run club. Like, he's taking care of his health, his finances. He works at a really great banking industry. Like, he took care of that. And that's why, like, all those pieces come first. And then now he's working on this. It's easy. Like, he's literally getting numbers left and right, it seems like. Getting dates. Like, he's building attraction. His goal is to get a girlfriend this year. I know he can do it. We're gonna help him do that in the program because he's a fucking stud. Same with Weston. Like, I think he owns like a roofing company or a contracting company. I can't remember, but he was crushing it. And he took care of himself. Like, he looks good looking dude, right? Has great finances. I think he lived in like Oklahoma is where he lives at. But he literally came to me, he hopped on a call and he's like, bro, I can't get past like a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? That was just boy talk, right? He's like, I just can't get past a 5 out of 10. He's like, I want the 10 out of 10 quality chick. That's what I want. Help me do that. I was like, well, you got everything you need, man. Let's just fucking figure this out with the girl department. You can have everything you need in life, right? Financially, you're tall, you have muscles on your body, but if you do not know natural attraction, you're fucked with women. That's just point blank to it, right? If you do not know natural attraction, if you don't have confidence in natural attraction, the confidence to be able to talk to chicks and be able to sustain it, you're done, right? A lot of guys are like, oh, I just need to be tall, have good money, look good, have some muscles, drive a cool car, and like all the girls are gonna come to me. You're in for a rude awakening if you're one of those guys. Like, if you can have all the missing pieces, right? But if you don't know natural attraction, you're fucked. You're done. You've already lost. Like, you gotta learn this stuff. Whether you want to or not, you got to learn this stuff to attract a quality chick. Do not date yet, too. If you are broke, you're struggling check to check, you're cheap, right? This is one of the missing pieces a lot of guys put after dating. It makes no sense. Like, they want to date when they're broke and get a chick. And it's like, after they get the chick, they're like, damn, I'm still fucking broke, man. And it's like, they start focusing on that and the girl leaves them, right? You won't be able to date if you're worried about paying for a date, like I said. You see occasionally like a guy who's broke, he's getting drunk, you know, he's swiping through Tinder. It's like, dude, what girl would ever fucking want that? Let's say like you have really good game and you're poor, right? That was me back in the day. I had really fucking good game and I was broke. So I could get the chick, but then it's like after I get the chick, okay, I gotta go to work now. I'm fucking poor, I'm broke. And so it's like then I'd go focus on work and she'd leave me because I can't really give her that attention. That's why it's so important to have all these pieces lined up first before you start dating. Number 3, how to handle it the best way, right? What the fuck do I need to do? That's probably what you're wondering. Do not reach out under any circumstance at all. And the reason is because like she probably left you because you were reaching out too much, right? You were chasing her too much. You were exploding her phone. She's basically saying, I believe I can do better than you. That's what she's saying. What would 10 out of 10 confident version of you do? Would you keep chasing? Would you keep blowing up her phone? Posting sad quotes online for her to see? No, absolutely fucking not. Like you want to show that you're unbothered. Even if you are super bothered and depressed, right? Do not show fucking weakness. Do not go online putting on your story a sad quote about how you fucking miss, you know, so-and-so, or like how you're heartbroken. Like they know it's about them. People are not fucking stupid, right? I think a lot of them are stupid in a lot of ways, but there are people that are very smart. They know exactly what you're doing, right? I remember I got held back in first grade, and something I learned about people, they're nosy as fuck for some drama, right? I got held back in first grade and I had to retake first grade again, right? So I had a different teacher the next year, and like I didn't switch schools, so it's like I'd be walking down the hallway with my current first grade teacher, and my former first grade teacher would be leading like her line of kids, right, that were in the same grade as me, and she'd be like, oh hey, and so like the other kids, they started to wonder like, how does he know that teacher, right? It didn't take them fucking long to find out I got held back. That shit was the fucking talk of the town for like 3 years. Like, you got held back. It's like, bro, why are you so fucking nosy, man? You know what I mean? Like, people know, right? If you're gonna post on your story about someone, they know it's about them, right? People are nosy as fuck. They want some fucking drama. Don't give it to them. Don't give them weakness. You need to go out, talk to new women, post these pictures on your Instagram story, right? Let's say like you're out of the club and, you know, there's the hottest chick, right, in the club. Go up and just start talking to her and be like, let's take a picture. Like, you look good, I look good. Let's take a picture together. Boom. Have someone take a picture of you. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. When she sees you out and having fun, there's a higher chance she'll be like, maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I should give this another shot, right? That's what she's gonna be thinking. Go up to the hottest chick in the club, like I said, start talking, tell someone to take a picture. She will. Girls love taking pictures with people. And girls find you more attractive when you're surrounded by hotter girls. Think about how you can use that, right? Especially if someone went cold on you and she sees you with hotter chicks, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, why? I'll tell you this and then we'll wrap up this video. There was a study done. They basically put a guy with a bunch of girls in a picture and then a guy just by himself in a picture, and significantly the guy that was surrounded by women was ranked more attractive. However, there was a woman surrounded by men in a picture and then a woman by herself that had no correlation to attractiveness. Isn't that fucking crazy, the study they did? So it's like, use that to your advantage. If you're a guy, girls find you more attractive if you're surrounded by attractive women. And so on that note, I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating. Make sure to comment and like and just comment down below what you guys want to hear more about, and I will see you guys in the next video.